What's up, guys? It's me again. I'm just gonna yap a little more. I'm gonna be talking about why I don't think there is a natural limit, and I truly believe there's no natural limit, and it's gonna be because of two reasons. It's gonna be because of the repeated bout effect and the myonuclear domain size limit, and they pretty much go hand in hand. So I'm gonna talk about the repeated bout effect first. So pretty much what it is basically after you do a bout of exercise that you are unaccustomed to, your muscles are unaccustomed to, they're going to repair and remodel and compensate, and you're going to be more resilient to further damage. So that's why when newbies, when they first start working out, they get newbie gains. That's where you get the majority of your myofibrillar growth. It's because they're accustomed to that workout. They're accustomed to training to the eccentric load they're putting on their body, that they grow their myofibrillars in the first year predominantly. And as the years go on, you're gonna see, everybody knows this, you see a spike in gains and then it starts to taper off. So this is because of the repeated bout effect. It's gonna get harder and harder to damage your muscles to get myofibrillar hypertrophy again. And this also connects with the myonuclear domain size limit. So what the myonuclear domain size limit is that it's pretty much the size of your muscle can get, the limit of the size your muscle can get before needing new nuclei to grow further. So let's just put it this way. It's like if you're building a house and you only have one worker. That worker can only build so much of that house. So what you're gonna need to hire more workers to build that house. So that is what the myonuclei are. The myonuclei are the workers. So when you damage your muscles and you get DOMs, you're gonna activate satellite cells and they're gonna fuse with the muscle and they're gonna donate their myonuclei. Your muscles are gonna obtain more workers to build the muscle. Now, you cannot just get these workers and have no tools. The tools or currency pretty much is going to be protein. So you need to be eating enough protein to have these myonuclei work pretty much to gain muscle. Because when you damage your muscle, you're going to trigger all kinds of growth factors. So that's how So what I'm saying is that you need to continue to damage muscle to grow. And that's why I'm saying there's no natural limit, because with eccentric overload training, there's always a weight that you can use to damage your muscles. So that's why when you get more advanced, it's harder and harder to damage your muscle and to gain myofibrillar hypertrophy. Now, people think they're gaining muscle when they're doing standard training. It's probably minimal or moderate myofibrillar hypertrophy and mainly sarcoplasmic hypertrophy when you're just pumping fluid inside your muscles. It's pretty much artificial. So yeah, that's what the standard training leads to. It leads to more sarcoplasmic hypertrophy than myofibrillar hypertrophy. It's slow, the myofibrillar growth, but it's not what eccentric overload can get you. So what you need to do is that when you get more advanced, your muscles are pretty much adapted eccentrically to the load that you're giving it. So you need to start tapping into that eccentric overload training, where you're doing 100 to 130% of your max eccentrically for multiple reps to continue to damage the muscle, so you can get past the repeated bout effect and the myonuclear domain size limit. And that's why I'm saying there is no natural limit, because as long as you're getting past that, you're going to be able to grow muscle. Everybody thinks there's a natural limit because it starts to taper off. It starts to taper off because it's harder and harder to stimulate growth, to stimulate to trigger the growth factors and to activate satellite cells and gain more myonuclei. So as you get more advanced, it's harder and harder to damage your muscles. That's why when you're a newbie, you are unaccustomed to any eccentric load, you're going to damage your muscles either way. And that's when you're going to get an influx of myonuclei. And you get the potential of muscle growth in your first, like, let's say 2 years. That's where you gain the most of your myofibrillar growth, myofibrillar hypertrophy. So how do we trigger that response again? Well, you got to do eccentric overload training. Like I said, 100 to 130% of your max, eccentrically for multiple reps. I posted some shorts on my YouTube channel. You guys could check it out. I'm going to continue to post more exercises that I do that has to do with eccentric overload training to help you guys. But that's what it pretty much is. That's why I believe there's no natural limit, because you have the repeat about effect and the myonuclear domain size limit. That's why people get stuck. They plateau because it's harder and harder to get past that. So that's what I'm telling you guys today. Now, people also say, well, as long as you're getting stronger on an exercise, you're getting muscle. Not necessarily. You're just getting better at that exercise. That's all it is. That's the myocytic androgen receptor. So I'll do another video on that soon, but you're getting stronger because you're getting better at doing an exercise through your CNS pretty much, but not through the actual myofibrillar growth. And also you're getting better because of the sarcoplasmic hypertrophy as well. But yeah, no natural limit, in my opinion, based off these factors: repeat about effect, myonuclear domain size limit. And okay, so when you damage your muscles through eccentric overload training, that's just to stimulate the growth. To actually grow, because when you damage your muscles, you get a spike in protein synthesis. You need to be eating a bunch of protein multiple times throughout the day. 3 to 5 times a day, you need to be eating protein. And you need to be eating enough. So it needs to be, say if you weigh 180 pounds, you need to eat 180 grams of protein. At least 180 through 200 grams. And it needs to be animal protein: eggs, steak, salmon. Whey protein will work, but not as efficiently as animal meat, because it has way more nutrients that's going to help your testosterone. And with a higher testosterone, it increases protein synthesis and recovery. So it needs to be quality protein as well. So that's basically it. Like I said, I believe there's no natural limit based off these factors. If you guys have any questions, let me know. Thank you. I'll see you guys later. Peace.